Welcome back to another episode of Big Bad Boxing Squad, episode number 8. The conversation I want to get into today is about Adrien Broner and the reasons why he should come back to the sport of boxing. Let's get into the conversation.
You know, AB.
Rob Billy.
Always bought a lot of bills. Always bought.
Athletic bastard.
Ain't beating. Welcome.
Just want to share my thoughts on what I thought was back in the day was one of the best young boxers in Adrien Broner. I still think he's a good boxer. I still think he got a lot to prove to the sport of boxing. I think he should come back to the sport of boxing because, we could use him. I mean, not so much, I don't want to put it like use him, but, I would love to see Adrien Broner back into the ring. I think, as far as TV, his personality, man, he got it. He got what it takes to actually be a star and remain a star. That's the cool thing about Adrien Broner. But, a lot of times, when you start getting fast money when you're young, just like I'm showing clips now, partying and stuff like that, if you want to stay on top of the game, you got to learn how to have some consistency and actually a lot of discipline to stay on top of the sport of boxing. Boxing is not an easy sport. It's not easy to get up and train every day. You do want to kind of go out and hang out and enjoy the fruits of your labor. It's nothing wrong with enjoying the fruits of your labor, but it's how you enjoy it. Can you keep the discipline or not? But I think that Adrien Broner, he got a phenomenal record. I think he lost 4 times, but when I say he got a good record, I mean the opponents that he has faced. Especially one of the biggest stars in boxing, in Manny Pacquiao, and I think he still could face a lot of big stars if he get back in there. Marcos Maidana, even though those was the 2 biggest fights that he lost, I still think that he showed a lot. His toughness. He know how to win. It's just, do you want to continue to stay on the grind? That's the only thing that I think that got to Adrien Broner. The dancing, the partying, and not taking, just life serious. He got so much talent. And I think he's only 31 years old, probably about to be 32. So he's got what it takes to be one of the top boxers. I don't care about his record right now. I still think that if AB actually, got back into the gym, start, really taking the sport of boxing serious, he could be in for a long time. He could actually become a champion again. I don't know what favorable weight class he would go in. Probably most likely 130 since it's hot right now. He got a lot of options there. I heard, he's supposed to be maybe getting into talks with Conor Ben. I think that'll be a good comeback fight, which I think he may win that fight. He got a lot of experience over Conor Ben. Conor Ben is a good fighter. His dad was a good fighter. So, just to get his confidence back, I think he need a good solid win. He came back and it was a close fight. His last fight, but I think if he, like I say, if he would get back into the gym, take the sport of boxing serious, cut some of the other things that's actually keeping him out of the ring, if he actually cut it off, and it may sound funny for me saying this, but I would actually cut Floyd Mayweather off. I think that, not to say Floyd Mayweather is a bad guy, but I would cut him off as far as, you're not going to beat Floyd Mayweather, and I'm pretty sure he knows that. But I will cut him off so you can get that out of your mind. You can kind of come into your own person. Sometimes I think the more you hang around somebody, the more they can influence you, even without them even knowing that they're influencing you. Floyd, I was talking about money and stuff like that. I think that, if Adrien Broner will move, just completely move away from that stuff, get his own gym, his own personal gym, get his own team, and just deal with nothing but winners, Adrien Broner can still come back and be one of the top guys out here, man. I'm telling you, he got what it takes. He got the speed, he got the skills. A lot of times when I look at his fights, the biggest flaw, it ain't his defense, it ain't his quickness, it's not his toughness. It's always never letting his hands go. He got to learn how to let his hands go. He got to learn how to believe in himself. But a lot of times that comes from confidence. You don't want to get hit. A lot of these boxers, they hit hard. They don't train all season and have maybe two, 3 fights a year. Us as fans, we may be like, that don't look that hard. You get hit by a professional boxer, it's hard. So imagine an actual boxer getting in there 2 and 3 times a year and getting hit upside the head. It's a tough business. but that's a business that he chose to get into, and I still think that he's good enough to be into it. I still, you know, despite the money, I still think he can make a lot of money. I still think he can live the life that he want to live, but sometimes you got to make sacrifices and push that behind. I would love to see Adrien Broner come back. You guys let me know what you think about Adrien Broner. What's your favorite fighter, Adrien Broner? And would you like to see him just overall just change the game of boxing again? You know, I think that he can, you know, at 135, he could do a lot of damage. The thing is, can he get down to 135? He has not been as active. I think he had a fight maybe a year ago, maybe a year and a half ago. But I think that he's got a ton that he could prove. And I think that he still owes the fans in a big way, because I'm still a big fan of his. As far as getting out there and not letting his career just kind of just linger off. A lot of times guys leave and it's awkward. You know, there's plenty of boxers, even if win, lose, or draw, sometimes they leave and you just like why? You know, a lot of times it's personal, a lot of times it's health, you know, but I think that, you know, sometimes laying off a couple years like Floyd did. Floyd would lay off like, you know, a year, 2 years here with retirement. It's good for the mind, and you know, just good for the body and mental health too. You know, I know Adrien Broner has had a lot of mental health issues and stuff like that, and that's nothing to play with. Maybe he can kind of deal with that on a personal level of his, if chosen to. You know, kind of get some really good solid people around him. And I seen a video where him and Tank Davis, you know, seemingly beefing or whatever. You know, that's something, you know, as grown men, they're gonna have to work that out. But I think that if stuff like that is going on, you have to remove yourself and put you know, I'm gonna put it like this. In this world, don't nobody care about you. I was actually looking up YouTube videos and seeing how to grow your page and stuff like that. And this man say, look, nobody cares about you until they care about you. And a lot of times nobody will care about you until they care about you when you got something, and when you don't, they don't care about you. And when you gone, they may care about you, for some people. But I think Adrien Broner is still a bright star. He's kind of like the Conor McGregor of boxing. But I still think that he can come back and prove who Adrien Broner really is. He can come into his own. He only got 4 losses. That's not bad. He got a bunch of knockouts. He got like 36 wins, I think, if I ain't mistaken. But he can come back and be dominant, like super dominant, and just show people like, hey, look, you know, I'm back, you know, and I'm back to stay. And he can stay super active. I think when Adrien Broner is active and in the gym, I think he's in the right mindset. You know, just leave a legacy. You know, turn what people think about you right now, and you can turn it around. It's never over for somebody unless they quit. You know, a lot of people say, hey, you ain't successful in doing something, you know, you failing. Failing is quitting. That's all that is, point blank, period, nothing else. But like I say, you guys let me know what you think in the comment section as far as, you know, what you think about Adrien Broner. What's your favorite fights of him? What you think he can do to get back into the ring? Who do you think his next opponent should be? You know, what weight class should he fight in? That's some really good, solid questions that you guys can comment on. You know, I think that he'll do good. I say about 130, 140. At least if he went to 140, he wouldn't have to drop all the way down. You know, he can cut those 7 pounds. You know, I don't know what's his walk around weight, but you know, from his body type, maybe 150, maybe 160. So, you know, fighting at 140, that wouldn't be bad. Like I said, he could put himself. He can go to Texas with Errol Spence and them boys. They don't drink. They don't smoke. You know, I know the Charlie Twins was talking about not drinking and smoking and stuff like that. So those are the type of people. I know all them guys know each other. So put yourself in the best situation to win. Derek James, I'm pretty sure that's a different type of coach. That's, you know, when you get with a different coach that know how to win. He got 2 world champions right now. So he got to tell himself that. Do you want the money or do you want the legacy? And I think he can get the legacy. I want to thank you guys for tuning in to another episode of Big Bear Boxing Squad, episode number 8. I'm loving doing these videos for you guys. You guys have been super responsive, showing a lot of love. So I'm going to show a lot of love back as far as honing in on my craft, as far as putting these videos out there, thinking about my conversations before I actually put them out there so you guys can have something to talk about. The last video did great, especially in the comment section. We got to get the likes up. I got 7 likes as far as now on the last video. you know, we could do better than that. But like I say, you guys have been so awesome, and I may start shouting some of you guys out that's actually in the comment section. I'm loving it, but gotta cut this video short. I appreciate you guys again. I can't say it enough, but we gotta cut it short. If you want to find out what I'm wearing, shoptachi.com. All social media platforms that I'm on right now, it will be in the links below. So go check those out. I will be coming out. I said this in a couple videos before. I will have a page for Big Bear Boxing Squad on IG. So please check that out. I'll let you know when it's available. But like I always say, keep tuning in to the best content, some of the best boxing content. I love boxing. That's the reason why I jumped into it, as far as giving what I think about certain topics. So keep tuning in for nothing but the greatest content when it comes to boxing. But we're gonna go ahead and get up out of here. Thanks for tuning in to another episode of Big Bear Boxing Squad.